Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Bitcoin's in price discovery. We just broke out, virtually touching $108,000 per biddy. So yeah, man, I mean, lots to share today in the market. I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis, as well as breaking news. Publicly traded mining company Riot buys an additional 667 Bitcoin for $67.5 million, as well as Bitcoin wallet developer Exodus to go public on the New York Stock Exchange this Wednesday with a reserve of 1,900 Bitcoin. Also, the Bitcoin hash rate just hit a new all-time high alongside price discovery mode. Also, MicroStrategy buys an additional 15,300 Bitcoin for $1.5 billion, just as I predicted yesterday. Holdings now reach 439,000 BTC. Shout out to the Giga Chad, quoting Sailor, "In time you'll forget about the price you paid and remember the Bitcoin you bought." Amen. We'll also be discussing crypto products record the 10th consecutive week of inflows at $3.2 billion, as well as Bitcoin to gold ratio posts new record as Bitcoin sets new all-time highs, as well as Binance accused of IP theft over Peanut token. You know, Peanut the squirrel. The Peanut squirrel owner is very disappointed. We'll also be discussing Perianne Boring predicts Trump's 2025 economic policies will drive the Bitcoin price to 800,000 per coin in 2025. Send it. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. Welcome, everybody. First and foremost, congratulations, all the Bitcoin hodlers. I wish I had the gong. I'd be striking it like a mofo. If you're new to the channel and you're new to the stream, important to smash the likes. Go ahead and subscribe. Then hit the bell icon. Turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, 7 days a week, just like this. Today is pod episode 1850. I'm your host, JV. A beautiful day in the market. It's December 16, 2024. Bitcoin new all-time high is here, 108. I say 120 in play. I've been calling 124 all year for Q4, and we still got 2 weeks left, ultimately meaning we're in the thick of it right now as we end off this year, 2024. But anyways, family, let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day, shall we? And as you can see on your screen, we got Coin 360 pulled up, Bitcoin up roughly 3% on the day, price discovery. We have Ether back above 4 Gs. Much of the market is starting to pump right now. Checking out coinmarketcap.com. The current crypto market cap sits at 3.76 trillion. This is an all-time high. We've never seen the market this bullish with so much liquidity. Respect. The Bitcoin market cap, all-time high, virtually 2.1 trillion market cap. 218 billion of volume past 24 hours. The Bitcoin dominance, 56.2%. The Ether dominance, 13.1%. And checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours. We got Virtual up 16%. We got Bidget up 12% and Thorchain up 8%. Which alts, if any, are you bullish on for the bull? Holla at your boy. And checking out the crypto bubbles, we get a visual perspective on the day. It's a mixed bag. I'd say maybe 30% in the green, 70% in the red. Bitcoin doing its thing, of course, new all-time high. Zooming out on the monthly, virtually everything in the green, multiple 100% increases across the boards. And checking out the crypto greed and fear index, we're back at extreme greed with an 83 as of today. Yesterday an 80, last week a 78, last month an 86. And checking out the time chain calendar, we have 174,000 blocks to the next halving at 2028, and we're currently on block 875,046, and you currently exchange one US fiat monopoly dollar for 936 sats, so stack them sats accordingly. But anyways, Bitcoin price, eyes round number. The new all-time high is on the cusp of 108. Price discovery, baby. Here you're looking at the 1 hour chart, and in a moment I'll be pulling up the live charts. Bitcoin targeted fresh all-time highs at the December 16th Wall Street Open as the US TradFi trading week open with a pop. Bang, bang like the B-52, as Chandy once said. That's right. $2,000 single hourly candles make it now 4,000. In contrast to the previous weekly opens, markets appear to react positively to the news. And let me know, just make sure you guys can see my screen clearly. Can I make it bigger for you guys? Let me see. Let me see if that helps. A little taller. Yeah. We'll leave it at that size. Hopefully that's good for you guys. But the latest purchase was worth $1.5 billion. We'll be diving deeper into the MicroStrategy acquisition here shortly. And commenting on its move, trading firm QCP Capital suggested MicroStrategy's inclusion in the NASDAQ index last week could form the basis for future Bitcoin capital raises. Quoting them here, this inclusion could trigger passive fund inflows into MicroStrategy shares, indirectly enabling the company to raise funds more easily for acquiring Bitcoin. That's what's up. Short time frame Bitcoin price volatility continued following the Bitcoin highest weekly close on record. Extremely bullish. Analyzing exchange order book behavior, Scoot highlighted the spot buyers still being interested at the current levels, just inches from all-time highs. Quoting them here, spot demand starts from 98,000 and lower, but likely to see that bid liquidity to move higher with the market momentum. The ask liquidity is forming between 108 and 111, and ironically, we're right on the cusp of 108, and of course, the 11s are my favorite numbers, so done deal. It was written. Let's go. Something which could form the new short-term price. I think we can hit 111 by the end of the day at the rate we're going. I mean, 3,000 shy. Why not? Quoting them here, 600 million plus in short positionings closed out with the price above 104. Sucks to be shorting Bitcoin during this time, doesn't it, bears? And for continuation from here, it's important to see the spot buying and momentum above the 104 level. And zooming out further, analytics account Bitcoin data eyed signals from the whales on Kraken, where the longer term consolidation range might begin. The area in question focused at 150 G's, baby. The more stacked the asks become in that range, the more chances of slowing down the momentum. Right on. And the same logic as when Bitcoin broke 40,000 in 2020, alt season has started. Some are calling for the alt season amongst us. But in breaking news, before we get to the live charts, publicly traded mining company Riot buys an additional 667 Bitcoin for $67.5 million. And not only that, but Bitcoin wallet developer Exodus to go public on the New York Stock Exchange this Wednesday with a reserve of 1,900 biddies. Not only that, but the Bitcoin hash rate just hit a new all-time high. What max share? I shared in yesterday's pod. Yeah, I mean, the price follows the hash, and we should be at above 500,000. That's the true price of the biddy right now, just based upon the hash. And breaking that down, now let's pull up some of the live charts via TradingView, via Coinbase. As you can see, Bitcoins are ripping like the new Scottie Pippen. We hit roughly 108. We're getting a corrective candle. This is on the 1 hour chart right now, live and in the flesh. Zooming out from the 1 hour, take a quick look at the 4 hour. 4 hour chart shows the rising wedgie. We do have a target in play of 108, which is the bullish pennant, and actually, to be more exact, 108, 145. The current top is like 107.8 and some change, and looking very bullish across the board there, especially on the 4 hour chart. Huge green candle as we started pumping here this morning. And zooming out from the 4 hour, we'll take a look at the 1 day, also a rising wedgie. I like to see that. Very bullish formation sensation. And zooming out on the weekly, we just had the largest or highest weekly close ever on Sunday, which was yesterday, which was a very bullish weekly close when you're closing at an all-time high. We do have a target in play I've been calling all year, the cup and handle. Very sexy. 124 in play. And look how many consecutive green weekly candle closes we have had, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, pretty little bitty going up. Thank you, Trump. We're calling this the Trump pump because since the November 5th election, the markets have been going cray, to say the least. And zooming out on the monthly, a big Moonvember candle, and December's not disappointing as we continue to climb. Where do you think we'll likely end the year for 2024 before we enter the dragon of 2025? This is the latest with the MicroStrategy buy, and I announced it because he does like a foreshadowing, and I told you yesterday when he does this, he's going to make another big announcement tomorrow, and lo and behold, he just made a $1.5 billion acquisition announcement, purchasing another 15,300 Bitcoin. MicroStrategy now holds 439,000 BTC. Mind-boggling craziness. And so they just made this announcement today, December 16th. They acquired the fresh stash of Bitcoin between December 9th and the 15th. And the latest purchase was made at an average price of 100 G's. So this is officially their first purchase or acquisition where they averaged over $100,000 per coin. And of course, he's going to continue to buy the top forever. In fact, he says he'll be buying it at $1 million. Regardless of the price is irrelevant because the goal is stacking the biddy. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind. The acquisition brings the total Bitcoin holdings of MicroStrategy and its subsidiaries to 439,000 Bitcoin, now worth $45.8 $3.6 billion, bought at an aggregate purchase price of $27 billion, or an average price of $61,000 per BTC. Their Bitcoin yield year to date is roughly 72%. MicroStrategy founder Saylor highlighted the company's Bitcoin performance, noting a 46.4% yield quarter to date and 72.4% yield year to date, as he shared here on X. The latest MicroStrategy Bitcoin acquisition comes shortly after Saylor said he continued to buy Bitcoin above 100,000 amid the MicroStrategy announcing another 21,550 of the bid he purchased December 9th. That was last week, quoting him here. I'm sure I'll be buying Bitcoin at $1 million a coin, probably 1 billion a day of Bitcoin at $1 million a coin. So he's looking forward to purchasing $1 billion a day of Bitcoin. Jesus. I mean, no one does it quite like Mikey Saylor, huh? MicroStrategy's aggressive Bitcoin buying comes amid an ongoing rally for the share price, which has climbed 490% year to date. And on December 14th, NASDAQ announced MicroStrategy stock will be added to the NASDAQ 100, as we covered in yesterday's pod. This is big news. Many skeptics and haters said there's no way they can ever enter, the top 500, whatever it's called, the S&P 500, and here they are in the top NASDAQ 100 index. Make room. We're coming. And although MicroStrategy is expected to join the index before the market opens December 23rd, which would have been next week, the announcement has fueled a rally of the stock price, edging up another 3% in pre-market trading, according to CNBC. And at this time, MicroStrategy stock traded at the pre-market of 408.70, according to the data from TradingView. And as you know, Bitcoin's at a current all-time high. We touched on the cusp of 108 just a little earlier before I went live. And as Michael Saylor tweeted here, in time, you'll forget the price you paid. But remember the Bitcoin you bought. And a classic meme here, we're not effing selling. Amen. Let's discuss these Bitcoin ETF inflows, which have been on fire. The 10th consecutive week of inflows of $3.2 billion. That's right. Digital asset investment products saw another $3.2 billion of inflows in the trading week of December 9th through the 13th. Crypto investment firm CoinShares shared. This follows a record $3.8 billion in weekly inflows during the previous period, bringing the total inflows for 2024 to $44.5 billion. Good Lord. The milestone follows a series of consecutive weekly inflows since the early October, with the past 10 weeks alone bringing $20 billion, accounting for 45% of all the inflows of 2024. In the past week, Bitcoin investment products saw inflows totaling $2 billion, bringing the total inflows since the U.S. presidential election to $11.5 billion. Now, short Bitcoin positions also saw increased activity, with $14.5 million of inflows compared to the previous week. Total assets under management for the short Bitcoin ETFs remained at a low $130 million, according to Butterfill. Now, BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust ETF led the Bitcoin inflows with $2 billion, while Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust saw outflows of $145 million. And think of it this way, there's only 450 Bitcoin minted each and every day awarded to the miners. BlackRock alone, one asset manager, is purchasing thousands per day. That didn't even calculate Michael Saylor, multi-billion-dollar purchases being announced virtually every week. This doesn't factor in the nation state adoption, the pension funds, the sovereign wealth funds, the game theory, and the rest of it. But Ether, the second largest crypto, as we know, also posted another successful week in the exchange-traded product investments, with the ETP seeing $1 billion of inflows last week, and Ether finally broke back above 4,000 here today. Ethereum ETPs have continued gaining the momentum, with the new inflows marking 7 consecutive weeks of inflows. Various Ether-based ETPs totaling $3.7 billion. Meanwhile, the U.S. continued to be the biggest contributor with $3.1 billion of the inflows, followed by Switzerland, Germany with $35 million and $33 million of inflows. Sweden was the only country that saw crypto ETP outflows that week. Dang it, what are you doing over there, Sweden? But there you have it, as we continue to pump it up. Let's discuss Bitcoin to gold. This particular headline reads, Bitcoin to gold ratio posts a new record as the Bitcoin sets a new all-time high. The Bitcoin to gold ratio, one of the key metrics measuring the purchasing power of the Bitty relative to the gold, hit the new all-time high as the price broke new records. That's right. Veteran futures Forex trader Peter Brandt, the old man, as I refer to him as, shared on December 16th the report that Bitcoin to gold ratio had posted. And of course, it has to be an old man reporting on gold. I mean, gold is the poor man's Bitcoin. Ask Peter Schiff. The Bitcoin to gold ratio is a metric that divides the price of the Bitcoin by the cost of the spot gold and represents the number of the ounces of the gold it takes to buy the one bitty. On December 16th, the ratio hit a new all-time high at 40 gold ounces per bitty as Bitcoin peaked above 106 for the first time. Next stop will be 89 to 1, highlighting the new historic record of the Bitcoin to gold ratio. Brand expressed confidence that the metric will continue to grow. Do you hear that, Peter Schiffmeister? It might be time to capitulate those foreign gold stocks you allegedly hold and trade it for the greatest appreciating asset known to mankind, thy bitty. And you can see the tweet from the old man right there. Brandt's predict, and I give him a hard time calling him the old man because for some odd reason he blocked me on X years ago, and I just like to make fun of him, so bear with me. Brandt's prediction aligns with popular narrative within the crypto community, highlighting Bitcoin's potential to capitalize on the gold's $15 trillion market. And we also have Kathy Wood, founder of ARK Invest, clearly very bullish. She claims Bitcoin's going to overtake gold just as the Winklevoss twins and all the people. And no, because Bitcoin is superior to the precious metal. Wood's remarks came shortly after the U.S. Fed Chairman Jay Powell referred to Bitcoin as a digital version of the gold, as Bitcoin smashed the 100,000 price mark on December 4th. And Cointelegraph, get your shit together. Every single article I've read says December 5th, we hit 100. No, we were streaming live. We were doing a pump watch. It was on December 4th in the evening around 10 p.m. in Puerto Rico. Get your shit together. But I digress. The new record of the Bitcoin to gold ratio comes at a time when the mining new the Bitcoin is becoming increasingly difficult. As you know, the Bitcoin mining difficulty continues to increase. The hash rate continues to increase. Bitcoin price follows the hash. Max Kaiser's calling for 500,000 already in play, just based on the hash metric alone. 2.2 million price cycle peak for this cycle. What are your thoughts? Let me know. I thought it was only fair to discuss this Peanut story because Peanut is so close to all of our hearts. We miss that squirrel, don't we? So yeah, this is actually quite interesting headline. Binance accused of IP theft over the Peanut token by Peanut, the squirrel owner. I think it's because they used his actual photo and they're profiting a lot of money from it. Probably a top meme coin. You know what I mean? People jump all over that type of stuff. But anyways, Mark Longo, the owner of the Peanut, the squirrel, has issued a cease and desist letter to crypto exchange Binance, accusing it of trademark infringement in connection with its Peanut-themed meme coin. Very interesting. Longo, Binance used his Peanut the Squirrel trademark and mascot likeness without permission to promote the Peanut crypto. In his complaint, Longo noted he has been using the Peanut brand for educational and animal welfare initiatives since 2017. The cease and desist demands that the crypto exchange immediately stop using Peanut marks and mascot likeness, warning of potential legal action, including penalties of up to $150,000 per infringement. They're not playing no games. The case raises an important issue about the intellectual property rights of crypto, where meme coins and viral branding can result in blurred legal boundaries. Binance has not yet responded publicly to the allegations. Legal experts note that the case could set an important precedent for IP rights, intellectual property, in the emerging meme coin market. Here's the allegation details. According to Longo's legal team, the infringement includes unauthorized usage of the terms Peanut the Squirrel and Peanut, including a specific copyrighted image of the squirrel mascot. And I guess that's the actual image of his deceased squirrel. And what a shame. They literally unalived his squirrel in New York. Unacceptable. And it was actually a real pet. He had it for years. So I feel very bad for this situation. He had to go through that. The letter claims that the Binance Peanut themed crypto and its branding, which mirrors the mascot's likeness, reportedly created confusion amongst consumers and imply a connect. Exactly. People would just think, oh, I'm supporting Peanut because I'm buying the Peanut Squirrel coin. It has nothing to do with the owner. The owner's not financially benefiting, has nothing to do with the squirrel itself. The owner was just trying to, basically like an animal activist, you know what I mean, trying to spread awareness. So this doesn't benefit him whatsoever. It's just people making money off of it. The cease and desist letter cites violations under the U.S. Copyright Act and states that the crypto exchange's actions constitute unlawful reproduction and display of the protected intellectual property. The Peanut meme coin and market impact. The letter and public announcement follow the rapid rise of the Peanut meme coin, gaining public interest since the unalive of the squirrel. Despite the tragic nature of the story behind the meme coin, the event caused Peanut the Squirrel themed meme coins to suddenly appear in mass in the crypto market. 2 Peanut themed meme coins made it to the top 10 Interesting. While the peanut token hit a market cap as high as $2.25 billion. Holy great Scots meme coins. Imagine that. $2.25 billion. Jesus, no wonder he's suing. He wants a piece of the pie, it seems. The public cease and desist letter demands that Binance end all infringing activities by December 31st. It gives them 2 weeks and provide written confirmation of compliance. If the crypto exchange fails to adhere to the legal demands, the Peanut Squirrel creator could potentially seek injunctive relief, damages, and coverage of attorney fees. I think he's also suing the state of New York. Correct me if I'm wrong, because they unalived his pets. Not only the squirrel, but the raccoon. That's right, Fred the raccoon. Major exchanges, including Coinbase and Kraken, are reportedly considering listing Peanut, which could escalate this issue further. Very interesting. Let me know your thoughts regarding the Peanut coin and this infringement. Now for our feature story of the day. Perianne Boring predicts Trump's 2025 economic policies will drive the Bitcoin price to $800,000 per coin in 2025. Let's break this one down. And again, we just hit a new all-time high. It's currently on the cusp of $108,000. Welcome to Price Discovery. Let's break down this bullish story and welcome everyone just joining the live stream. It's an honor to have you here witnessing history together. Bitcoin investors received a jolt of optimism on the Fox Business Mornings with Maria on December 13th of 2024, when the Digital Chamber founder and CEO Perianne Boring unveiled a staggering price prediction. Speaking with host Maria, Boring suggested that Bitcoin can surge to $800,000 per biddy in 2025 under the economic proposal set forth by the president-elect Donald Trump. Let me know if you saw this interview on Fox. I know it's going viral all over X. And again, I've been reposting everything I can find with this bullishness. But yeah, you already know. Bitcoin, or Boring's insights, underscore how policy-driven macroeconomic factors could catalyze Bitcoin's ascent to historic highs with the fixed supply. Bitcoin's unique scarcity positions it to thrive under conditions of increased adoption in favorable policy environments, a scenario Boring believes Trump is poised to create. That's right. He says he'll stockpile the biddy. He says he'll fire Gensler on day one. Gensler already announced his resignation. So go home and get your shine box, Gary. You're not welcome. He also says he'll free Ross Ulbricht. He also says he'll make the United States a Bitcoin mining hub of the entire world. And they're going to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve, and Trump's people already confirmed it. So you already know the bull scenario fully in play. Max Kaiser says 2.2 million. Send it. The conversation highlighted several proposals that could act as a tailwind for the Bitcoin growth. Quoting her here, what President-elect Trump has proposed, what he has outlined in our community, would absolutely solidify the United States leadership in the digital asset and blockchain kingdom, aka the tech ecosystem. She pointed to Trump's famous Bitcoin speech in Nashville, where he laid out the vision of building a national Bitcoin stockpile and leveraging the tax policy to attract the economic activity into the space. Boring emphasized the importance of addressing regulatory challenges. Quoting her here, he wants to clear up a lot of these regulatory friction points for the industry. The U.S. has driven out the activity under the Biden administration. Amen to that. We need leadership at the very, very top to bring these markets back to the United States of America. Boring also addressed the ongoing confusion between the SEC and CFTC regarding the oversight, which has driven significant innovation out of the U.S. She shared optimism about Trump's personal choices, including potential appointments like Paul Atkins for the SEC chair and Brian Quintenz for the CFTC leadership. Both figures, she explained, bring technical and industry expertise needed to restore the clarity and the confidence to the market. Paul Atkins is absolutely committed to bringing that regulatory clarity. She also noted Quinton's history of advocating for the self-regulation in the digital asset market, adding that both leaders could push us in the right step. Now, what's the historic price catalyst? Let's break it down. She raised the topic of price projections, and Boring delivered the show-stopping prediction that captured investor imaginations, including mine. The stock-to-flow model says it's going to be over $800,000 per coin by the end of next year. And if Trump is successful in putting forth a lot of the proposals that he has proposed to the community, the sky is the limit, because Bitcoin has a fixed supply, ultimately meaning it's going up forever, Laura. This bullish outlook aligns with the models that measures the Bitcoin price trajectory relative to the halving cycles and its immutable monetary policy. The fixed supply cap at 21 million biddies contrasts sharply with the inflationary tendencies of the fiat, positioning the biddy as a potential store of value in the uncertain Economic Times. And while ambitious, the 800,000 price target reflects a growing belief amongst market analysts that support the policies, reduce regulatory friction, and a resurgence of U.S.-led innovation, which can create the perfect storm for the Bitcoin adoption. Investors should watch closely as Trump's administration shapes the landscape. The alignment of fiscal policy, regulatory reform, and institutional confidence could reignite Bitcoin's trajectory. For those holding or considering allocations, the evolving policy backdrop could represent a pivotal moment in Bitcoin's maturation and adding to the bullish sentiment. Recently, Eric Trump, prominent Bitcoin or American businessman, executive vice president of the Trump Organization and son of Trump, made the headlines at the Bitcoin Mena event, and it was probably the best speech that was given. I shared the entire speech over on X. Let me know if you guys watched that. He spoke and confidently predicted Bitcoin would someday reach 1 million per Bitcoin. We all know it's inevitable, right, gentlemen? This bold forecast aligns with the Trump family's increasing advocacy for Bitcoin and its transformative potential in the global finance. Eric Trump's statement not only underscores the administration's pro-Bitcoin stance, but also reinforces the positive feedback loop of institutional and policy support driving the long-term price appreciation. So there you have it. My crypto fam, what are your thoughts surrounding the 800,000 prediction with Trump at the helm for the year, next year, 2025, right around the corner? Let me know. Holla at your boy. And welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. Let's flip this mofo into a pump watch as I read the comments out loud. Keep the comments flowing. This is live and interactive. This is your opportunity to ask me anything you want. This is your opportunity to share comments and get the comments out, read out loud to literally 1,800 folks watching as all eyes are on the video all around the world. You feel me?